You know, there's so many things that can break a conversation, and conversations can be broken in a one-on-one interaction or in a meeting with many people around, and it can be time pressure. It can be that I say something under pressure that is somehow perceived as offensive or judgmental, or I experience that the other person isn't respecting me, or I feel dismissed, or sometimes it's a collision of data or missing data. I think something that isn't actually what you said, but somehow we build on that foundation of inaccuracy. And sometimes it's a joke that somebody says that's inappropriate, or a feeling that there's condescension. And so why bother to even think about or repair a broken conversation? Well, it's mostly because it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity for leadership. It's an opportunity to demonstrate our confidence, because repairing a broken conversation develops our confidence, and it demonstrates leadership to the other person. It says, I care enough about you and about our business relationship that I want to go back in and try to find a way to get on the same page with you. And the heart of leadership is about making and building strong relationships. And also, the heart of teaming is about relationships. So fixing the relationship after this conversation has been broken can be very, very helpful. So that opportunity leads us to the question, well, how do you fix it? What do we do? And often the common reaction goes counter to fixing it. The common reactions are to avoid the person, to step back, to maybe become defensive, to figure out all the reasons why I'm right, she's wrong. Gossip is a very common reaction. Go and tell somebody else why there's a problem, not the person directly. So the way to fix it is to try to avoid all of those default reactions and to think about, what might I do? And some very effective ways of repairing a broken conversation are to adopt what I call the improviser's mindset, which is to approach the conversation with a spirit of yes and instead of yes but. Yes but is when you say to somebody, yeah, that's a great idea, but you know what, there's no way we can do that. And when you said that the other day, I really thought that was stupid because blah, 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 blah. That's the yes, but mentality. The yes and mentality says, you know what, Jack, I really appreciate all the work you put into this marketing plan. It was really well done. And here are some of my concerns about it. The yes and mentality says, I affirm what you've just said, and here are some of my ideas. And the key is and instead of but. Whenever we but, we negate everything the person has said, and all they can think about is proving us wrong and why they were right. The other thing is paying attention to subtle status shifts. In any conversation, we are having subtle shifts in our stature in the conversation, where I'm high status one moment, I'm low status the next moment. And so what we can do is try to pay attention to, well, where am I? Am I in a high status battle to try to be higher than the other person? Sometimes making a low status shift that expresses humility or empathy, which is a powerful way of communicating that we care, and also that we're human and that we're not always right, can be very disarming. To admit a mistake is a low-status move. It's very effective. It takes a confident, strong person to be vulnerable and admit a mistake. The other thing is to pay attention to our default reactions and our default roles. That is, we all default to a common, conditioned way of behaving when we're under pressure or stress or in conflict. Some of us are conflict averse, and we become very, very, very afraid to enter the conflict, and we avoid. That doesn't necessarily help us mend it. Some of us charge right into the center of the conflict and want to actually assert even more why we're right and why the other person is wrong. So many different default reactions can come into play that are not necessarily productive. We want to find the ones that are productive within us and try to change the ones that aren't productive. That'll help us mend a broken conversation.